What's up, everybody? This is Mr. James Yon, and you're about to watch another episode of Crying in My Car, podcast for teachers. Now, today's going to be interesting. We're going to be talking about Minnesota, how only 50% of their students can read at grade level. And is COVID really to blame? Then we're going to do a story about a mom who got denied entry into her son's graduation. You won't believe the reason why. Then we're going to end things with a top 10 list of signs that your adult child should move out of your house. Stay tuned. New episode starts right now.
Hey everybody, welcome to Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. I'm Devin Siebold. You got James Yon with me, comedian and parent. He's going to be taking on the parent role today in a little bit. We'll get to that in just a minute. In the meantime, hit that like, comment, subscribe, share button. Let us know. We see you all over on the YouTube with all the comments. I love to see the shares. Some of your videos have gone viral. Recently, I saw like 200,000 views on one clip. And you're starting to get recognized out. You're getting a bit of a head about you?
No, I don't have a big head.
You don't go into the restaurants like, I'm sorry, pull up TikTok. You don't have a seat for who?
I just walk in and I say certain, phrases to let them know I might be important.
I don't even talk to them. I just sit at a table.
There
I
you
say,
go.
clearly this was for me.
Yes. Hello, I require libation. That's it.
And you should know what it is.
Yes.
And if you're wrong, I'm leaving immediately.
And I'm not paying. No, I really like the fact that I am starting to get recognized a little bit. And I have had some videos hit some pretty high marks, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm enjoying this ride that you've allowed me to come on. So thank you.
So here's the thing. It's where you're new to the TikTok stardom.
I am
well versed in the horrors of TikTok that exist. I do not like social media for the most part.
It's horrible. It can be a bad
social
place.
media. It's good for promoting. Yeah. I love spreading laughter.
Yes.
As a comedian, if I can't be on stage, hey, maybe I can post something that people go, hey, that made me laugh. That made my day. And that's the kind of like enjoyment that I get out of it. But there's a bad side to it. Our daughter's getting older. She's 11.
Yeah.
TikTok's there, things like that. I saw something, man, that it worried me.
Uh-oh.
I have Power Director on my phone. Okay. And I use it to edit my videos that I post on TikTok and Facebook and everything like that. It's a quick, simple edit. Done. Post it. Occasionally, they come out with new features. And just literally yesterday.
Uh-oh.
I get a notification, and I pull up my phone, and it's a notification from Power Director, and it says, hey, check out our new skin smoothening feature. And it said that it'll smooth your skin, make you look better than ever.
Oh, yeah.
And natural. And it said, this is the thing that I hated. This is the line that I get so mad at. It said, we'll get rid of those imperfections.
There you go.
And this is the thing, man. Having kids, they're growing up. I taught psychology. They're about to hit that identity stage. Mr. Carl Jung talked about it.
Yep.
The identity. They're figuring out their role. And
who they are.
They're developing an identity from people online who are faking their identity.
But people don't talk about this part of social media enough.
Yeah,
social media is basically your highlight reel.
It is your highlight reel.
Yeah, it's showing all your great moments.
It takes us 42 takes of this podcast just to get it right.
Yes.
If I say something wrong or if I don't like my hair's off, cut it right now.
Cut all of it. Delete it.
Yes. The whole thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is that there is a reality to that. I mean, some people take hours to film these perfect lighting. The ring light, by the way, that changed your whole life. I'll turn on a ring light and I'm like, oh, look at you.
Wink at it, yeah.
Wink at it, yeah. Like, who is that?
Yeah.
Then you turn off the ring light. You're like,
whoa,
get out of my phone.
Who let Medea in?
Medea goes to the dermatologist today. What's going on here?
And here's the thing also about selfies. I've seen a girl, women, men, take 43 pictures to get that one selfie they post on Instagram.
James, I'm not playing. This is not a lie.
Okay.
I went to the gym, the Y.
Oh, that's
and
the worst
I'm
place.
on the treadmill.
Mm-hmm.
This woman gets in front of me. She's on the treadmill. She is fully decked out. Makeup.
Yeah.
Not ready to work out.
No.
She stands on the treadmill. She puts it at 1.7, which it basically is walking backwards.
Yes.
And she puts her phone in front of her and she starts taking selfies. And when I tell you, I was on the treadmill for 45 minutes and she did not stop.
No.
She took one, deleted it, took one, deleted it, edited it, swipe left, filters, deleted it, edited it. And I'm like, that's...
You need to do that?
Yeah, but that's the thing, though, is people see the shot.
Yes.
Whatever she got that day,
Yes.
she posted, and it was perfect.
Yep.
Had to be.
It had to be.
And they don't see the extras that go into the design, the filters, swiping left, right, the imperfections that Power Director wants to get out.
Yes.
And these kids are seeing this stuff, man.
When they say imperfections, you mean normal? Like an average person would have to deal with?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. You're going to give me this false sense of what I need to look like instead of just being happy with myself.
Do you know how many times that I've wanted to change these seats out because my gut sticks out so bad? I'm not this big, James.
Yeah, I know you're not. No, you're not.
I'm sitting on this thing.
I know. You're
and
trying
I'm
to get like, how do I get this seat?
I literally feel like I'm in a car seat.
Yes,
Because
you
I
do.
am in a
Your
car seat. But I'm trying, we can
Gotcha.
Can we Power Director this?
Right
Smooth
there.
out the imperfections.
Imperfections.
Yeah, but I sit here and I see this stuff online and I'm like, man, that's not reality, and we get it.
We do because we're in this
laugh
game.
at it.
Yeah.
But these kids that don't know a world without it, without, deleting photos, without several takes.
Ooh.
Do you realize, like, in order for us to get a good selfie, you know what I had to do when I was younger?
Yeah.
And then take it to Walgreens and wait 7 hours and go, my finger was in the lens. It's not even good.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
I'm on TV every day. So,
James.
I know the power of makeup.
Yeah, I do too.
Makeup is magic, if you guys didn't know. They teach it at Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I see women before and after they get makeup. And let me tell you, some women are handsome before they get makeup. Then makeup, you're a completely different person.
I watched your show and I was like, Tyrese is hosting today? What?
When did they? Yeah. No, makeup definitely changes how a person looks.
Yeah.
And a lot of people only see the airbrushed team that spent an hour on that makeup. Then they see a pic of that like, oh, I can't measure up to that. No, you can't, because you don't have a team of makeup artists every day.
So we actually dove into, I taught psychology for
Okay.
a little bit. And thank you, by the way, for adjusting the camera over there. He's trying to smooth out the imperfections.
I see that. Nice.
I taught psychology, by the way. And when I taught psychology, I spent a little bit of time off track, but on track.
Gotcha.
So
A
if
little
the district
tangent?
is listening,
Yeah.
I finagled my way in.
Got it.
I spent time talking about the high rate of suicide in young individuals and how it's gone up as social media use has gone up. There's a direct correlation.
Yes.
And when I talked about it in class, I talked about this fictitious thing that you're seeing and you being told this is how it's supposed to be. And then you go, oh, that's I have to work 40 hours a week. I have to do this. I have to do that. Oh my gosh, what's that wrinkle? Oh man, look at that.
You can't
I've got
age.
grays.
Yeah.
And my teeth aren't as bright white as the guy advertising the Crest strips on my TikTok, and you're like, and that's the thing is we talked about it as a class and my students were like mind blown that there was this literal symptoms of depression that are being linked to social media. And it was a wild discussion that we had in our class, but I think it's something, I know that the UK, they're planning on mandating, by the way, and we should talk about this sometime too. The UK is mandating computer literacy classes in the way of seeing what's real and what's fake.
That is a
they're going to start
brilliant
mandating
idea.
that. Yeah, so that
Wow.
people can log online and go, oh, well, that's clearly AI did that, or, that's a fake news article, or that's a sensationalized headline, and maybe I shouldn't believe that.
And is this a college course?
No, it's actually mandated in primary school.
You know what? Who would benefit from that?
Yeah.
Adults.
Yeah, adults would, for sure.
Adults would definitely get a lot out of that.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to get at is I think maybe we need to do some sort of early social media classes for students,
I
too.
agree.
Maybe
I totally agree.
Something to just, hey, listen, you're about to embark on social media. Mm-hmm. This is what you can expect. This is the reality behind it. This is what, because some of that stuff, man.
And you just said the magic word, reality.
Yeah.
Social media is not reality.
No.
But we don't think of it that way.
Do you follow Liver King?
I don't.
So I follow Liver King on TikTok. If you're listening and you know who Liver King is, you just rolled your eyes so hard.
Oh, really?
Because Liver King is this giant dude that is like ripped and he eats like raw meats. And he's like,
know who that is.
Primal.
Yes.
Anyways, for the longest time, he was pushing his like protein shakes and saying that he was all natural, and then he got recorded that he was actually doing like 10 shots of steroids a day. And then everybody's like, so are you gonna address that? And he's like, yeah, sorry about that. But how many kids had been watching going, dude, I just gotta do 700 push-ups and I'll be good. And it's like, why can't I achieve that physique? Why am I not getting that body? And then it's like, oh, because he cheated and didn't tell you.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, you also have kids that go, so I need to cheat.
And that's the horrible part.
They're trying to get that identity.
Yeah.
And they go, so he cheated, and I should cheat.
I should cheat too, man.
Yeah.
He's successful. I want to be successful.
Millions of followers.
Millions of followers.
I want that.
Gotcha. And unfortunately, that's one of the things too that kids rate each other by is how many followers you have.
Oh, yeah. Followers, likes.
It's not real, guys. I wish I could tell them that.
Do you realize that it's so funny you say that because literally my daughter was like, so how many followers do you have? You have a lot of followers. And then literally I told her and she looked at me like I was a god. Like,
Did she really?
Yeah, she's like, you have how many? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, like 300,000. She's like, 300,000. She's like, so we're rich. I'm like, not exactly.
It's like the Little Mermaid got her voice back.
Yeah. And she's like, I want to be where the peasants are.
I want to be getting, what do they call them? Followers.
I want to see them sharing
content. Look how they watch.
What's that word again? Stream.
We're ridiculous,
I
and I love it.
So, but yeah, I sit here and I honestly I saw it on my phone and I was like, they didn't send that to me as a 39-year-old man wanting to smooth out my wrinkles.
No,
I'm not the lead user of Power Director.
No,
they sent it to teens.
And now you exactly
kids.
know that. Yep.
Get rid of those pimples that, you're supposed to have, but you don't see your favorite creators have them, which, by the way, they're filtered too and probably have on tons of makeup or medicine that you can't get.
That's
you
right.
know? And it's like, oh, man.
It's not real, guys. Trust us.
No, it's not. But it's frustrating that we don't educate the students on that.
No, we don't.
I think that should be a required class.
That is smart. Let's follow up on that story because that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I agree. Though we'll follow up on that one as well. So, all right, you want to go into the teacher of the news?
I love it.
Only half of Minnesota students can read at grade level.
That's alarming.
That is very alarming. And apparently they are trying to fix that. And I don't know how they're trying to fix it. I read a little bit of it. It said that they hired a literacy director and said she's a former teacher and is apparently trying to get students to read. And she's now tasked with several new mandates being passed down from lawmakers to try to bring reading into the classroom in an attempt to boost the academic reading proficiencies. And again, they keep blaming it. I keep saying this word, lost during the pandemic. Pandemic. Okay, we're 2.5 years out.
Almost 3.
Yeah. Let's start to look at what happened last year to this year. Is there, because I'm seeing it down.
Yeah.
If it was truly pandemic learning loss, then it would be down, up.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, yeah, we're back.
It would curve. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, apparently and unfortunately, they are wanting to train the teachers in more reading instruction. That's the same thing they did in Florida. Very heavy on the reading. You had to have your reading certification. I had to get reading certification when I was in school.
Okay.
And I took that reading certification in the classroom. I don't know that it was beneficial.
Really?
I can't really think of off the top of my head any good strategies that I took from it.
Gotcha.
I got the certification. Teachers, you ever get the certification and go, what did I get?
Yeah. Did I really earn this?
Do I know what to do? And I know I took those classes. I just don't remember getting anything of them.
There's no real...
Here's how you read.
Yeah.
And we did the reading and students read. And I found more enjoyment of letting students pick things that mattered more to them, like comic books and stuff, because I was a firm believer reading is reading.
Bro, I'm about to tell you, I'm really good at reading. Like I used to read really fast compared to other kids in school. And there's one reason why I became a great reader. I found something that I was interested in that I liked to read. You know me, I'm a huge comic book. And I learned to read well reading comic books.
Yeah.
Because they don't, and I will say this about the people that write comic books, they don't dumb them down. They write them like on an adult level. So when I was reading, I had to learn words. I had no idea what it was. And it boosted my vocabulary reading comic books. And I became a great reader doing that.
Yeah.
Also, I will say this. My wife, God bless her, would read with my kids at home.
Oh, yeah, that's
Would
big.
read with the kids at home. I always say this. Parents, it starts with us at home. She would definitely read with my kids so they had an advantage when they did go to school.
And you should lead by example. Over the break, my kids were home.
Yeah.
And you don't want them I don't want them just rot in front of a TV or hey, here's an iPad, enjoy your next few days at home doing nothing while I'm busy. I went to Barnes & Noble and I bought a book. And I took that book and I sat outside and I said, beautiful weather. I said, let's do some reading outside. No, I didn't. If you listen to the last podcast, not that. This was screened in, climate controlled.
There you go.
And,
environment control.
Environment control.
Yeah.
So, but no, I went outside and I said, beautiful weather, guys. Let's go outside and sit on the back porch and let's read. And you know what I did? I picked up my book and they go, what do we do? I said, read. And they just saw me reading. And guess what? They all started reading.
There you go.
And we sat out there for an hour. And they were reading, and we didn't talk to each other. We just read, and it was like, yeah, let's take time out.
That's nice, man.
And I was like, this calms me. This makes me feel good. I put my phone away. I took my time and said, look, I'm going to read. I think you should too. Leading by example.
That's awesome.
Very important. Another example of leading by example, there's a teacher. This is a little post-dated by the time this comes out, but I wanted to give this teacher their recognition. There's a teacher that provided 23 Thanksgiving meals to her students and their families. 23, yeah. An elementary school teacher.
Woo.
And her name's Daisy Flores, and she took advantage of Thanksgiving break to invite her students back to the classroom to ensure that they aren't hungry or cold during the holiday season. She's a first grade teacher. She raised funds to help her students that were low income or experiencing homelessness. And they were invited to the classroom for a Thanksgiving style meal. And they received bags full of clothing and other essentials. And 23 families showed up. I mean, you need it. They showed up and said, look, we need it. They got winter clothes, pillows, toys, shoes that were donated. Nice, they had a huge turnout, and it ended up being a pretty big thing for the community. And the donations were from friends, family, people from social media, Instagram. They got over $2,000 raised for the food. 23 meal bags were provided to the students and their families, and they contained canned corn, green beans, rice, tortillas, mashed potatoes, gravy, dinner rolls, and cooked Costco chicken.
Now, I know we say this, and I know teachers don't necessarily like us to use this word for them, but I don't know another word for that. That is a superhero type woman right there.
Oh, yeah.
23 families is huge. I feed 50 people at Thanksgiving. That's a lot. But 23 families is immense, man.
Yeah.
I got to give it up to her. Not only did she give them a meal, which is important for people who don't have the money to actually buy a Thanksgiving meal, she got clothes, toys, and things they needed to take with them.
Yep.
I just want to applaud
and
that teacher.
over Thanksgiving break on their own time.
On their own time.
You know,
that's above and beyond.
Yeah.
That's a special kind of teacher, man. God bless her.
Okay, a big deal. I know we have a lot of international listeners, believe it or not.
Yes.
We have a lot of people from overseas. Turns out teaching just as miserable where you live. But I always get that. People are like, man, I'm in Poland and yeah, same. And I'm like, really?
Yeah, like
your teacher smokes cigarettes under the bleachers? That's weird.
Yeah, it was a nice day out.
Yeah, it's only like -40.
With the warm summer day.
Yeah, but in Paris, a big story. I wanted to just bring it to it was a shocking thing, but the 6 teenagers are going on trial behind closed doors for the beheading of their French history teacher. That was a big deal over there. We have not talked about it here, but apparently there was a teacher that had shown his pupils caricatures of the Prophet Muhammad in a freedom of expression class. It was a freedom of expression class. And apparently these students took it upon themselves to behead their teacher. And it has shocked the country. Now, obviously, it's a gruesome story.
Absolutely.
It's brutal. That kind of stuff you just never want to see. But it was a big deal over there because of things like freedom of expression. It's a freedom of expression class and valuing one's religion.
Yes.
And also, obviously, a heinous murder. It's a big deal over in France, and that is something that is in the news. Just wanted to mention it, and I'm not going to go into any more details on it because I don't think it deserves to, but I know that we have listeners, a lot of listeners in France, and it's very sad, obviously, what happened to that teacher, and it's going to be watched very closely. So that's a big deal in France. If you want to look it up on your own time, Google it, check out the details. But for teachers in the news, I feel like I should also discuss other countries as well. This one is interesting to me. This is Michigan. They are going to change the way public schools evaluate teachers. There are a pair of bills that are being presented because apparently teacher evaluations have been brutal these past few years. The thing is that they're all, in my opinion, very subjective. And the non-subjective stuff, the objective things, are usually things that are out of our control.
Yeah.
For example, the weight of the performance of standardized tests, the governor wants to diminish that weight. So I'm on board with this because a lot of times we have these students that were their performance on standardized tests were based upon my evaluation, and I'd get them a week before the test.
Which is not fair.
Still counted.
Yeah.
Just the same. So you're not grading me, you're grading the past teacher's ability to teach the content. Was it the same content? I don't know. They may have came from a different area.
We've learned, and my son Noah is definitely, this is true for him. He is an excellent student, like above A, like average. But when it came to standardized tests, he doesn't do well. Like they have studies to show that not every kid can test well, but that doesn't mean they're a good student. They're not a good student.
Yeah.
That was my son.
Exactly. And they also want to eliminate the usage of teacher evaluations in making decisions to grant tenure, promote, or retain teachers, although they do allow still for dismissal on poor evaluations. So, your evaluation no longer can be in the way of your tenure.
Okay.
That's fantastic, I think, anyways. But they need to basically get rid of the uneven evaluation standards, and that's hopefully what this aims to do. Apparently, they say, there's always critics, and they say it'll make it hard to remove poorly performing teachers moving forward. I don't know that there are as many poorly performing teachers today.
Okay.
Is that a wild assumption? The reason I say that is because I don't think you can be a poorly performing teacher and survive.
I see that. I see what you're saying.
I mean, it's like saying, hey, we're going to get all the poorly swimming people out of the ocean. Well, you're in the ocean. You got pretty far out there. I think you're a decent swimmer.
Yeah.
You might be struggling to keep afloat sometimes. It might be hard.
Yeah.
But to sit there and go, yeah, we need to make it more difficult to get, or more easier to get the poor performing teachers out. They're weeding themselves out.
I was going to say, they're more likely to quit, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to stay at a job they're not doing well at.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Every time I saw a teacher and I go, they're not a good teacher, they didn't last long.
Yeah.
A lot of times they just didn't have classroom management well. They were overstressing themselves out, making it harder than it needed to be. They just weren't equipped with the right tools. And when you're not equipped with the right tools, you're not going to last long.
You're not.
Yeah, so I think they would see themselves out. It's like if I hired you to be an airplane mechanic, James. do you think that I should have a strict evaluation on you, or are you probably going to see yourself out after the first day when a plane crashes and you were the one that adjusted the tire pressure?
I think you should just take my word for it. I'm doing a great job, boss.
Yeah, don't look at the wing with the duct tape and the.
Never mind the monkey with the wrench.
Yeah, that's just my assistant over there. He's repairing the plane. I'm under the bleachers smoking a cigarette.
It's a beautiful day out.
It's a beautiful day out. Anyways, call back to last episode. All right. This last one is an interesting one that popped up on my feed, and I am interested. Singapore teacher by day and practicing dominatrix by night.
That is a show.
That is a show. It is a double life of a teacher, apparently. There's a teacher. She's in her 30s, and she's in Singapore, and she is a professional BDSM lifestyler by night. And that's interesting. That's an interesting, I'll be honest with you, great way to let off some steam. I mean, you're stressed out. I'm telling you. Plus, if you think about it, if you are a dominatrix and you are able to control other people, I don't know, I get turned on by you grading my papers.
There you go.
I think that we should probably start with that. I look at this stuff and I'm like, okay, all right, interesting. But apparently this teacher has a different name, different
whole
persona,
identity, right?
whole identity, and is able to turn it off, turn it back on. And this is interesting, though, makes $500 a session doing this this nighttime work.
I like the fact first off, you said nighttime work. And I like the fact that people are paying $500 to someone to boss them around and possibly beat them.
Yeah.
It's a lot cheaper just to get a wife.
It is. Yeah. Okay. And then they take all of it. Not even just 500, just all of it. It was interesting to see the career that this person chose outside, and said there's social media accounts that she follows and is able to talk to other people. They have a big community, and apparently there's a way to make yourself into this role. And I don't know how parents would feel about that. I mean, but I think honestly that it's our nighttime.
It's supposed to be, but we talked about it last podcast that teachers get judged on a different level.
They do.
Yeah.
I think obviously if this person gets found out, I think they will be fired.
I think so too.
But also, it's like, if you've kept it a secret for this long,
you're doing a great job.
And you're obviously excelling at what you do. If you're getting paid $500 each time. A session. Then, I don't know. I mean, it seems like this person has a career to fall back on. That's for sure. Yeah.
Whip them into shape.
Yep.
There you go.
Anyways.
I couldn't. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's right there.
All right, James. Now, what you got for us today? I wanted you to take we're going to do a parenting turn here and talk about your side of the story.
Thank you so much.
Occasionally, I'll let you talk.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Now, every week we talk about teachers in the news. So I want to do the same for parents. Now, I want to start this off by saying, or making a statement first. Now, Devin, I've known you for a while. I know that you like seeing concerts. You enjoy going out and seeing performances. Now, some concerts are very popular. They can sell out quick.
Yes.
They're what we would call a hot ticket.
Swift.
That's right. You're a Swiftie?
No.
I was going to say, I didn't think you were.
No.
But no.
I mean, I like the music, but I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
pay a
camp
fortune
out for 3 days. And
my most expensive ticket that I bought, I paid $480 to sit at the front row for System of a Down and Korn in Phoenix.
Ooh.
And that was worth it for me.
Gotcha.
Two of my favorite bands of all time.
And that's a great concert lot.
And right up front. It was awesome.
Front.
It was 3 hours of just mind melt.
There you go.
Yeah. Loved it.
Those two bands were your dominatrix.
They were. I would pay $500 an hour.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so you like those. Now, certain concerts are hot tickets.
Yes.
Now, there is a similar kind of concert, we'll say, that happens in every single school that everybody wants to go to. Now, can you guess what this is?
I don't know. Is it...
the hottest ticket throughout the year, every single time it happens, it's a people are going crazy out of their minds trying to get tickets.
Student versus teachers basketball game.
Close. Because I know you played in that.
I did several times. Dunked on children.
No, what I'm talking about, Graduation.
Graduation.
Graduation,
Yeah.
brother. Graduation gets a little crazy.
Right.
And the more you move up...
I would pay $480 for people to sit there for me.
Yes!
As a teacher, it's like, I do this every year. And,
Safe word is
and
take
by
my
the way,
money.
that child was here last year. He's walking again. 2 diplomas? No, let's just try again.
Now, it as you move up in grade level, the more intense it gets.
Yeah.
Like if a kindergarten graduation, big deal. Mm-hmm. Middle school, 8th grade to 9th, very big deal. Mm-hmm. High school graduation,
Huge deal.
huge deal. Like it's, oh my God, my baby's graduating. You know what I mean? So here's the thing. There's an elementary school and their kids are about to graduate. They're about to go, take that leap from elementary to go to middle school. That's a big deal for a lot of parents, right?
Sure.
Now, here's the one problem at every graduation. Space.
Space. For
Tickets
sure.
are hot for a reason because it's limited supply.
Sometimes very limited.
Very limited. Like sometimes you got to make a choice. Dad or mom's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or which grandparent or set of grandparents are not coming.
Right.
Okay, who gave us the best
It's okay.
gift?
All right. As they say, her first name, you'll be in. And then you get up and you run outside and I get her last name.
Yes, there you go. That's how we do it.
Yep.
Takes 4 hours for the whole graduation. Well, there's an elementary school in Houston, Texas called Lowry Elementary School. Because they have limited space, they made a pretty controversial move. They would not allow siblings to attend graduation.
Oh.
Yes. Now, here's the thing. Graduation's a big deal because it's supposed to be in front of your family.
Right.
The people that love you, the people that want to see you do good. So can you imagine some of these parents who showed up at graduation with the kids' siblings and were told, you cannot bring your child in here. You cannot go inside graduation.
Right. and you know
Oh,
that
wait. And
the
let me
person
remind you, it's Texas.
I know. But you know the person at the door, somebody was like, my sister's in there. It's like, who? That one over there with the red hair and you with the brown hair and the blue eyes? That's not your sister. I hate to tell you. But Mari's going to need to step in on this one.
Yes.
But no, I don't know that. I mean, some people have a lot of siblings, especially Texas.
Yes.
You're talking the South.
That's
There's
right.
some deep seed, Christianity,
Yes.
Catholicism, religion that
Yes.
says, hey, we have lots of kids in this
Absolutely.
house. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
And they're trying to be fair to make sure everybody can get in.
yeah.
I understand that. But I can imagine the other side, being a parent, show up there. I'm proud of my son, my daughter. They're about to graduate. They're going to take that leap into 6th grade from elementary. This is a big deal. And you're telling me I can't attend graduation
Right.
because I have my other offspring with me? It's going to get ugly.
Well, yeah, and I also think it sets a bad precedent because sometimes you want, especially younger siblings, there to be motivated.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
like, man, look at your sister up there.
Yes.
That's going to be you if you keep working hard.
Yeah.
And it's like you take that experience away from them, and they don't also get to be up there showing off like, look at me, look how hard I work.
Yeah.
So
I don't know how I feel about that, but God bless them.
I would be more. So siblings is an interesting one to attack.
Yes.
I would have maybe gone step parents and I'm gonna get so mad at people are gonna get so but like
no
when you got 2-3 sets of parents sometimes popping in there, then it's like, okay, which one of you is there?
Devin,
truly
we're gonna get so many comments. You know what they're gonna say to you?
What?
We're not called step parents anymore. We're called bonus
bonus
parents.
mother.
Yes.
Bonus. And I live in a family. I have kids that have step parents, and it's one of those things where it's like if all of us go,
we can't all go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We gotta go. All right, who's did the work here?
That's funny.
Yeah, so that's a hard one too.
And here's the other hard part. One of the faculty people were approaching all of the different parents with siblings, telling them they couldn't come in. She's like, look, you'll have to do a child swap. Like Disney, like getting on a ride. Like the father's in there right now, then you come out.
Right.
To come in. And parents were not happy
No.
about that. There's no fast pass, by the way.
No.
Either at graduation.
Not at
no,
all.
everybody sits there and rocks. So I want to share that with you guys, see what you feel. I know we're going to get comments. Please comment on this because I'd like to know how parents and teachers would feel about this.
Yeah, a little angry.
A
For sure.
little bit, yeah. I can see it. I can see it. Now I got something fun for us to do, man.
Okay.
Now, as you know, I'm a parent. Oh, yes, I am. I have 4 kids, and I always have to remember to say it this way. I used to always say I got 4 kids in college, but I don't anymore. Devin actually graduated. You know, he has a job. So I got 3 kids in college right now, but they all went to school. And
So what you're saying is you have a business where you're looking to charge $500 because I need college funds.
pretty much is what I'm saying.
That's okay, James. Advertise it to our a strong female base.
Thank you. Well, here's the thing. I'm an empty nester now is what I'm getting at. And there's a lot of kids who don't leave home, and they're not kids anymore. They're over 18.
Yeah.
They're adults. So, yeah.
Right.
So I got a top 10 list here that I want to go over with you, man.
So the parents are like, you know what? You weren't invited to graduation. You're also not invited home. We're going to have to do a parent swap in the garage.
What did you guys give me for graduation? Freedom.
Right?
All right, man. So I got a top 10 list of top 10 signs that your adult child should move out.
Okay.
Okay, this is a good one.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Top
man.
10 signs your adult
Adult
child should move out.
Number 10 on our list for signs your adult child should move out. You, as the parent, move out first.
You're like, you're moving into a retirement community, 55 and up.
Yeah.
You're like, you can't follow me. You're not allowed.
But I like shuffleboard.
Right?
I get it, son. But you got to go, man.
You'll be able to move back in 5 years. You've been in my home too long.
You know your child's time for them to go when you pack up and leave before they do,
Yes.
man. God bless them, man. All right, number 9 on our list that your adult child should probably move out. There's no privacy. Ever.
No.
You go to the bathroom, they're knocking at it. Whatever you try to do. Like, here's my thing with privacy, man. Every time you try to enjoy a little alone time with the wife, here goes your kids ruining everything. Knocking at the door, they're calling your phone, or yelling out the safe word. Either way.
Asking for bail money.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, leave me alone.
What's your Netflix password? You're like all those things like that, man.
You charging her $500 for that?
Oh, it's funny. All right, number 8 of signs your adult child should move out. You forget what quiet sounds like.
All right.
You remember that?
Yeah, no.
No.
Been 11 years.
Bro, it becomes just like white noise at some point. You're just like, this is what normal is. You go to places like a movie, like, why are you guys not screaming?
Yeah.
Why are you guys not yelling? It's
Right?
like here. Oh my God. 4 boys together at one time in a house is insane. The noise was as soothing as New York traffic. Just
You open the window for quiet in the city. Oh, listen to that.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Number 7 on our list of signs your adult child should move out. Never ending laundry.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah, I don't do it.
the laundry became a problem. You know that your kid should move out when the pile of laundry is so big, it's developed its own gravitational pull.
Yeah, right?
It's become its own planet.
I always felt bad for my mom because I am 6'6".
Oh.
And like 2 pairs of my jeans is a heavy load.
It is.
It's literally bedding setting
Yes.
on the things. And so it was always like, man, it takes so much. And I was so active. So I would work, I would do so my work clothes, my regular clothes
my
from
God.
the day, my after school gym clothes for basketball practice, and then the clothes I wore at night, and then the clothes I wear to bed. And so it was like 5 sets of clothes every day.
Your mom did laundry for a family
She's still
of 8.
doing it. I don't even live there. I don't even live there. She's waiting for the dryer right now.
That is funny. You put 3 pairs of your jeans in there, and that's the whole washing machine. It's like,
Is the shuttle landing? No, it's just his.
just Devin's jeans.
Yeah.
And back in high school, you had the baggy one. So,
Yeah, my favorite was I'd put my giant shoes sometimes in the dryer.
You would
and
not.
it would go, and it was just you remember when Jurassic Park with the
water, yes.
it's like, oh yeah, his shoes are in the washer.
Great. It's awesome. Oh, you would drive your parents crazy.
Yep, they hated me.
All right. Number 6 on our list of signs your adult child should move out. They stop calling you mom and dad. You know it's time for your kids to move out when they bring dates home and introduce you as their roommates.
Right?
Yeah.
Or grandma.
Yeah.
This is his daughter, great grandmother. It's like there's 7 generations under this house.
Good Lord, man.
But yeah, that's the thing though, is they become your roommates at that age.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. But no, they don't. I take that back. No, they don't. You know why? Because roommates do one thing that they don't do.
What?
Pay rent.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you should charge adult children to live with you?
After a certain age.
Okay.
Okay, wait. Let me take that back because I know I'm going to get some parents. How dare you? Listen, what I'm saying is at a certain age, if they're not in school and they're just working, yes, to teach them responsibility.
Okay.
But you do it in a way where you save the money they give you. So when they do move out, give it to them.
Oh.
Look what you work towards. That's good.
Yeah.
But if you're in school and you're working, I don't think I would be so ready to like charge you because you're trying to make it. I understand how expensive school is and I understand that you don't really have a lot of money working a job you can work because a lot of your time is being taken up by school. So
when they move out, you give them $6. You're like, inflation.
That's it.
You've been here through 7 recessions.
Yes. Leading me to my next one. Number 5 on our list of signs your adult child should move out. They bring too many friends home to eat. Oh, yeah. Your kid and his friends eat at your house so much that just like a restaurant, you've adopted a autograt system for 5 and over.
You walk out, the dining room table looks like the Last Supper. You're like, who's the guy on the end? What is this?
That's Judas.
This doesn't end well.
It does not end well. But literally, my kids would bring home all their friends.
Yeah.
And we were the house with all the snacks. We had all the good things to eat. So they would clean us out.
Yeah. James, you posted and sent me pictures of your meals.
That's right.
And I'll be honest, I tried to befriend your kids. I was like, hey, kiddos, want to hang out with old Uncle Siebold?
Yeah.
And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh.
All right, cool.
Well, when's your dad home?
I'll ask
Is he cooking?
him. Yeah, he's cooking. It's going to be great. All right, number 4 on our list of signs your adult child should move out. When they act like a yoga instructor. Think about this, man. It's bad when your kid doesn't even pay rent, and when you tell them that they need to move out, they say to you, nah, I'm going to stay.
I'ma stay.
Yes.
I'ma stay.
Nah, I'ma stay.
Namaste.
Yoga instructors.
I'd never even heard that before. That's
Come on,
funny.
bro.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
It's like, you should move out. Nah, I'm gonna stay.
Stay. Peace,
And it's like, nah, you're not.
no, you don't. There you go. Downward dog. All right. Number 3 on our list, signs that your adult child should move out. The house is always dirty. 24. You could clean it, and then 5 minutes, it's completely dirty again. Here's my point. You can't remember the last time you actually found a clean dish in the house. At some point, it'd be easier to throw them all away and start over again.
Yeah.
Bro.
You ever open the front door and the Roomba tries to escape? He's like, come out of here. I gotta move. But yeah.
That's hilarious.
The dishes and everything. Oh,
Bro,
my gosh.
Why is there so many dishes with kids?
I don't know.
Cups.
Yeah.
Cups are everywhere.
We started doing paper plates in my house.
Oh, you
Because
had
the
to do
kids would
that?
always have snacks and
Yes.
I'm going to eat this and I'm going to eat that. I need a plate. I need a plate. I need a plate. And it's like so many plates. And we were like, here, just paper. Just a paper plate. And it's friendly, recycled paper plates.
Gotcha.
Biodegradable.
There you go.
That's the best I
that
can
you
do.
have to pick up everywhere.
I don't know the environmental impact of paper plates versus just running the dishwasher, but I'm hoping I'm on the right track.
Well, there's a direct correlation between the mental health of parents
That's
and paper
true.
plates. Yeah,
That's true.
There you go. All right, coming down to the wire here. Number 2 on our list of signs your adult child should move out. Their room smells like a garbage dump. Where does that smell come from? It's like a mixture of hot garbage and coffee. Like, what is that, man?
You know it's so funny you say that because my 2 boys, their room smelled terrible.
Yes.
And we took all the sheets off. We shampooed the floor. And by the way, new carpet.
Okay.
And shampooed the floor. Cleaned the mattress. The mattresses all have mattress protectors.
Yeah.
We took everything out, and we walked in and we go, it still smells. And I was like, do they pee on the walls? Like, where does that smell come from? And it's just
and you don't know.
They just smell.
It's a mystery.
Yep.
Goodness.
And it never lets up.
No.
And it's only in their room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it burns when you're in the nostrils. It gets in there, singes the nose hairs, if you will. Number 1 on our list of signs that your adult child should move out, when arson becomes the correct answer. Yeah. When you would rather burn the entire house down and become homeless than to live with your children, that's a sign that they should probably move out of the house.
Yeah. Gas can, Dad. I thought our mower was electric. Oh, yeah. That's That's what this is for.
Go back to sleep. So that's our top 10 list of signs your adult child should move out.
You know, you don't even need a gas can because the smell that permeates their room.
It's flammable.
Just goes up. All the paper plates.
Boom. Like a meth lab for some reason. Yeah.
Oh, man, that's true. I love my children to death. I hope they stay a while, but not a long while.
I was going to ask you, though, do you know or kind of have an idea like what age you think a kid should move out?
When they go off to college, you're done.
Yeah, don't come back.
When you come back, maybe a year to get on your feet.
Okay.
You know, but also I know that there's a grace period on student loans. You have a fresh degree right out of the box, and you have opportunities now. So maybe there should be just a smooth transition into your life alone.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah. Are you going to let your kids move back?
Yeah, if they needed to, yes. We talked about it. My kids work so hard. They've done so well in school all these years. If they need it, yes, because I know they're trying. And let's be honest, it's not easy to be on your own right now, bro. Rent is insane. We've said it before. My kids pay rent, 3-bedroom, $2,500 a month. That is crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how kids on their own buy groceries. Bro, we go to the groceries for me, my wife, and her mom. It's like $200.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we got like 3 bags.
I know.
It's crazy.
You ever see it start to ring up and you have to get on the phone with Chase for a credit limit increase?
Yes.
You're like, oh, hold on. 200 more? Can I get 300 more? 300 more?
Bro, I'm like an auctioneer. I'm like, hey, man, I got 25, 25, 20, can I get 30, can I get 30, can I get 35, 35?
Yeah, you're like, you know what? I don't need water. Just put that back.
Yeah.
It's going to rain tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Rain?
Put the detergent back. We'll just walk outside like that track teacher has to.
Right. Yeah, you just smoke a cigarette under the bleachers.
It's so funny.
Awesome, man. Well, yeah, thank you for the top 10.
Thank you, man.
And if you got any to add, any other suggestions as to how you know your kids should move out of the house, your adult child, or have any input on this, be sure to put it in the comments. We love to hear the comments. I try to respond as much as I can and hopefully get the word out as well.
True.
So, James, how can people find you, my friend?
The same way every single time, James Yon Comedian. That's YON on Facebook and Instagram. And thank you guys so much for all the new follows.
Absolutely. DevinComedy.com for all the upcoming tour dates. Also, don't forget, I do professional speaking, and it is amazing. And I say that being just repeating what others say. Keynote professional development PD that obviously in the schools I've done everything from entire days to little small breakout sessions, even on Zoom. So message me if you want details on that. It fills up quick. I had a full schedule last year. This year I've already booked several dozen things for 2024. So hopefully get your school on that calendar as well and have something new, fresh, funny, and different. So thank you so much for tuning in to Crying in My Car. We'll be back next week with a brand new episode of Crying in My Car, a podcast for teachers. There might be a clip up there. There might be a clip down there. If it's got our face, if it's other people's stuff, come back. Don't click on that. But us. Suggested things, that's us. Crying in My Car. Devin Siebold, James Yon, bored teachers, watch. New trailer for Indiana Jones. No, don't do that. Don't do that.